is The Weekend. Our guests are George Kittle and Chase Young. Our analysts are Super Bowl veterans. And our mission is to show you why this may be the best game in Super Bowl history. NFL Total Access starts right now. Welcome to NFL Total Access at the Super Bowl. We are presented by Rocket Mortgage Super Bowl Squares. We have so much to get to on this Super Week that we had to give you 2 hours today. Plenty of Super Bowl experience on our analyst roster today. Willie McGinnis and Michael Irvin are live from Tampa Bay. James Jones and David Carr are in the virtual house as well. But let's get to the guys taking the field for Super Bowl 55 in just 4 days. The Chiefs were on the practice field today in Kansas City. They continue to treat this week of prep as they would any other road game. Now, they are set to arrive in Tampa on Saturday. Patrick Mahomes spoke to the media today about what a back-to-back Super Bowl win would mean to him.
The goal is to win as many Super Bowls as possible and to be playing this game every single year. And so I'm going to have that mindset every single time I hit the field is I'm trying to get back in this game and I'm trying to win it. So we don't look that far ahead. I'm focused on this game right now, trying to win this second Super Bowl and be able to hold that Lombardi trophy and have that second ring. But if I'm at the end of my career and I have a lot of Super Bowl rings in my hand, I'll be happy.
As long as I'm playing, I want to improve and get better. And I think next year is going to be a lot better than this year. You know, I feel like I'll be in a much better place mentally. I'm going to train a lot better this year. Physically, next year I'll be in a better place. So I know as soon as this game ends, we're on the next season. So, you know, we'll get ready for this season and then start thinking about next year.
All right, let's get you to Kansas City where we find our Omar Ruiz. Omar, you've been in KC all week long, and this Chiefs defense has been a bend, not break bunch. And one of the leaders in safety, Tyrann Mathieu, of course, someone that Patrick Mahomes says he can really count on.
Yeah, these two have built a special relationship beyond the field, even beyond the locker room. When you look back at this past year, at all the social justice and community causes that Patrick Mahomes has taken part in, much of the time, Tyrann Mathieu has been right there with them. So as Patrick Mahomes is in the Super Bowl spotlight again and his star continues to rise in the NFL, the sports world, and beyond, I asked him what sort of influence Tyrann Mathieu has been on him.
Tyrann is a tremendous leader, not only on the field, but in the community. And being able to see him work, being able to see the way he goes about being in the community and helping people from all different backgrounds and all different walks of life. I mean, it truly is special to see. And it's someone like you said, that he can be a mentor to me as I continue to grow and mature and ask him questions on why he does certain things and how he affects different people and how he can continue to make the community a better place, which will in turn help me make the community a better place.
I remember Deshaun Watson telling me what an influence that Tyrann Mathieu had on him when he was in Houston, and the coach that drafted Tyrann Mathieu into the NFL, Bruce Arians, saying this week that Mathieu is his favorite draft pick ever. So Tyrann Mathieu making a huge impact in the NFL, hoping to make a huge impact on the game Super Bowl Sunday. MJ?
Omar, a great guy to have both in your secondary and, of course, off the field as well. Thanks, and great stuff from Kansas City all week long. Meantime, in downtown Tampa Bay, those taking in the Super Bowl from the host city have been treated to some beautiful sights and sounds as the week ramps up, of course, to the big game. And listen, we have our peeps on the ground there as well. Welcoming in the crew for today, Willie McGinnis and Michael Irvin. Live there from Tampa. Look, you got the pirate ship behind you, of course, David Carr and James Jones joining us as well here. Now, you see this squad right here combined? They have more rings than Tom Brady. See? It is possible. So, yeah, they know all about what this week feels like for the players out there. And, Willie, I'm going to start with you here. What is the Super Bowl 55 storyline that you're most looking forward to?
Well, MJ, as I sit on the show with all these offensive players, it has to be the incredible amount of talent on both teams representing the Super Bowl, the Chiefs and the Bucs. When you look at each position from top to bottom, the defensive coordinators have got to be losing their mind. It is a nightmare to figure out how are you going to cover all these different players, all these different positions, some creative mind at the play calling, the coordinators, and they can do a lot of different things because they got so much talent with their personnel groups and formations. So with 2 weeks to prepare, the offensive talent on both teams just is a nightmare for me to even think about. And I'm not even playing no more, Mike.
But mine, and the only storyline that should be out there is how are they going to contain Tyreek Hill? He had 1,000 yards in the first half the last time these teams played. So listen, they are going to have to get him under control. And if they don't, it's going to be another long day for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I'm telling you right now, this secondary, this pass rush is going to have to help them out, but they better have an answer for Tyreek Hill. If they don't, it's going to be a long, long day for Tampa Bay because that boy, Patrick Mahomes, is going to be spinning it all over the yard. But this is the storyline right here. Can they slow this kid down? 13 receptions, 269 yards. My, oh my, and 3 tink-tinks to add it. Willie, you know what tink-tinks are. They better find a way to slow him down.
Yeah, JJ, I think when you look at it and you talk about how do you stop Tyreek Hill, there's a clear storyline here, and I think that it's Eric Fisher being out and just the movement on the offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs, and then exactly what we saw in the NFC Championship game with Green Bay with David Bakhtiari out and them having to face Shaq Barrett and JPP. So for me, it's Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, and Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, you want to get the ball to Tyreek, but that pressure, and Tom Brady knows this all too well, being in the Super Bowl, going against Spags. I mean, there's so many storylines with these guys that we'll talk about later, but it's really the pressure up front. That's the one shot they have. They don't have an answer on the back end for Tyreek Hill. I agree with you. They can't play man. They can't play zone. You know, Travis Kelce's going to be a problem. What you can do is affect the pocket for Patrick Mahomes and make it very difficult for him up front.
And David and guys, as we talk storylines, we're talking about those things that will affect this game or come out of this game. There is none. There is none bigger than the opportunity to win a Super Bowl right here at home. Oh, my God, man. The Tom Brady having this team here in this year with all that has gone on, this is insane. This is the only storyline. But let me tell you why I say that. You saw what this team looked like when they played the Saints. You saw what they looked like when they came back and they beat the Packers. This team is on a mission to win a game right here. And if I was in that locker room, you have to peel my skin off my body to make me lose this game right here. If I was playing for Tampa, dude, I'm telling you, one by one, you have to peel my skin off my body. There's no way I would lose this football game. That is the storyline. Winning a Super Bowl at home, never done before in the history of the game. And then of all people to be doing it, Tom Brady
never
is
even
the guy
played.
that comes up.
Never even played.
It's insane, man. I don't know how we can talk about anything else. This has never been done before, and it takes a guy that has more rings than anybody to come and do it.